Divide each polynomial using synthetic division. I'm going to begin by listing each coefficient of each of my terms, and I'm going to do it in descending order. For example, I'm going to list the coefficient of x to the third, then I'm going to list the coefficient of x squared, followed by the coefficient of x, and at the end I'm going to record the constant. So here, the coefficient of x to the third, here we just have a 1. So I'm going to record 1. Next, the coefficient of x squared is going to be 4. Next, the coefficient of x is a negative 5. Notice that I have a negative here. So I'm going to record negative 5. And then finally, my constant is just a positive 5. So I'm going to go ahead and record 5. Next, I'm going to create my little skeleton here because I'm going to do a few computations, multiplication and addition. And in order to do multiplication and addition, I need to grab the term that is being added or subtracted to my 0, or to x here. If x minus 3, if we set that equal to 0, we can see that the solution to this problem is going to be positive 3. So just get the opposite of the value that you see right here. If it's a negative, you're going to use a positive. If it's a positive, then you're going to use a negative. So here I'm going to grab 3, and I'm going to place it right here on the left. And now here is the process of synthetic division. So first, I'm going to grab my first value, and I'm going to drop it down. Here I have a positive 1. Next, I am going to multiply. I'm going to multiply the 3 with the 1. So 3 times 1, I'm going to get a positive 3. After that, I am going to add these two values. So 4 plus 3, we're going to get a 7. And now we repeat the process. I am now going to multiply again. I'm going to multiply my 3 on the outside with the 7. So 3 times 7, we're going to get 21. And then I am going to add these two values. So negative 5 plus 21, we're going to get a positive 16. I'm going to do this one more time. I'm going to multiply the 3 with the 16. So again, 3 multiplied with 16, I am going to get a 48. And now I'm going to add these two values, 5 plus 48, we're going to get a 53. The last value, the one at the very end, that's going to be your remainder. And you're going to divide it with x minus 3. So my solution now, since I had x to the third and I just divided, now this is going to be x squared. So here I'm going to get x to the second power, or 1x to the second power, plus 7x plus 16 plus 53. And that would be the quotient. So x to the third plus 4x squared minus 5x plus 5. If I divide that by x minus 3, I'm going to get x squared plus 7x plus 16 with 53 over x minus 3. Again, 53 is the remainder. Let's go ahead and do one more example. Here I have 5x to the third plus 6x plus 8. We're dividing by x plus 2. Now here I'm going to begin by recording the coefficients of my terms in descending order. And I want to point out that here in this polynomial, we don't have an x squared. So I'm going to take the time to rewrite this as 5 to the x to the third plus 0x squared, because again, we don't have an x squared term, followed by the plus 6x, and then plus 8. Now, writing it like this, it's pretty obvious that the coefficient of x squared is 0. So I'm going to go ahead and list all of the coefficients in order. So I'm going to begin by recording 5 first, followed by 0, followed by 6, and followed by 8. Now, on the outside, I'm going to record the opposite of this value. So I'm going to get a negative 2. And now I begin with my process. I am going to drop down the first term, which is positive 5. And I am going to multiply it with the term that's outside, or the value that's outside of my little skeleton here. So negative 2 times 5, we're going to get a negative 10. And now I'm going to add my column here. So 0 plus negative 10, we're still going to have a negative 10. And now I am going to multiply my term on the outside, a negative 2 with negative 10. I'm going to get a positive 20. And now I'm going to add this column, 6 plus 20, we're going to get 26. And now I'm going to multiply again. So negative 2 times positive 26, we're going to get a negative 52. And finally, I'm going to add my last column, which is 8 plus negative 52, and that's going to give me a negative 44. And remember that this value at the end, that's going to be the remainder, and we're going to get this value and put it over x plus 2. So since I had x to the third power, that means that the first term is going to be with x squared. So my solution is going to be 5x to the second, followed by negative 10x plus 26. And we're going to subtract 44 over x plus 2. And that would be the solution.